G'day, good evening, good morning. Thank you for listening. This is a show on organic gardening, horticulture and agriculture, focusing on plant science, soil science and microbiology. And the information is for educational and scientific purposes. It's fact-checked. Any of the papers or websites being discussed will be put in the description below. If you're already watching this back, fast forward until you see the screen change, and that will be when the show has started. Otherwise, I'll be jambling till then, so I don't know what the title is. Wait for a few minutes until cool folk in chat arrive, and see if we can get some sort of show. So I'll leave another 60 seconds, and then I'll start talking. So another 45 seconds odd. Uh, 20 seconds to go. Hello to GMF, Genetic Memory Farms. Says made it with some heads up. That's good, thank you. And I said, how are you? And he said, you can't complain. Just got dinner into the table, yum. What's for dinner? How am I doing? Doing all right. Thanks, better this week than last week. And I don't know what to talk about. You sent me that email, GMF. I haven't opened it yet. Sorry. So I'm not sure what to talk about, unfortunately. Any suggestions would be pretty good. Otherwise, it could be a short show again. And short shows, usually that'll be in 7 minutes time if it's going to be a short show. I don't mind, that means everybody's happy. I have realised the prices of the garlic that I was expecting, I didn't get. So it's been pretty difficult to sell it in one lot to someone as a wholesale. It's unfortunate. Genetic Farm says tonight was a quick French bread toasty with turkey and cheese with a homemade tomato and feta soup. Oh, yum. Do you have croutons? Bits of toast dipped into your soup. Hello to 420 Fred. Says hey. Yes, any suggestions or any myths or weird things you heard through the week? Put it in chat, please. We can discuss that. Because I don't have anything to discuss. Something plant science, soil science, and microbiology related, please. The only thing I can think about to talk about would be my garlic. I didn't get the price that I wanted. So to get organic prices, it has to be certified. Otherwise, anybody can make up and tell the person they're selling that it's organic. Unfortunately, no one can trust anybody these day and age. Even though it'll taste better, but still, it's about the price and selling it. So, and it takes 3 years to transit organic status. So if you go for a certification, it'll say, yep, the certification started, but you won't be able to trade under the label for 3 years because there's a transition period where you've got to go through to make sure that the area you're growing is up to their organic standards, which that's the way I do things, but they don't know that. Jeanette from says, the thing I sent you was just an outline of introduction for new gardeners trying to take someone from 1,000 feet down to how to start market gardening. Excellent. I can't wait to look for it, mate. I was keen to. I haven't been into that email for some time, so I haven't got the details handy. Yeah, I'm open to all suggestions. Something plant science, soil science, and microbiology related. Because I enjoy it and I get into it, and I got some good experience and education. So why not share it and help others? That's my motto. And I'll be studying again next semester. Starts up at the end of January once the cricket finishes. And I've already got some subjects lined up for that. More on topic related, they're plant science, soil science, and microbiology related. There's actually quite a few of them. I've still got a short list to make up. There's about 12 there. Looks pretty good. And if you who are listening, please put stuff into the chat. If we could discuss something, it would be nice. Because I don't know what to discuss. Seems like outline new gardeners. 7 minutes. Well, 3 minutes to go. If there's nothing much has come up in the next few minutes, it'll be a short show, and I'll end it at 3 minutes time. Because I don't want to ramble about nothing. There's no point in holding people up. They can go and do their stuff that they want to do instead of listening to me carry on. Hello at Penny Pebblers, Pebbler Ribblers. Penny Pebbler Rippler. Okay, you skim pennies on the sops of water. Says, at Penny Pebbler Ripplers says, why all this market stuff always has people on the lives smoking every 15 minutes though? Why all this market stuff always has people on lives smoking every... I'm sorry, I don't know what that means, mate. Can you try and reword it somehow? Genetic Memory Farm says, so can't sell as organic, but you can make deals with anyone who might appreciate it or be able to turn it into a valuable product like fermented garlic or Bang's quarter, or even garlic powder, or crushed garlic, or it's not crushed, sliced garlic's pretty good to dry it. It's a agricultural asset. It keeps flies away from the stock when the animals induce it. And yes, because the reason being it can't be sold as organic is because there's no certification attached to it, and there's nothing stopping someone who doesn't practice organics saying that it is organic and selling it as organic. So that's why they disregard that these days, because people lie. GMF says, find an Italian bistro that might appreciate you. Yes, mate, there's heaps of... I've got disabled in my hands and arms and that, so it's really hard for me to do the things that I used to like doing. And that would be one market, would be to get all the restaurants and email all the restaurants the same letter, and to ask them, do they want, and then say, do they want a free starter pack, and then somehow you have to send them a starter pack, and then that might get orders. So that is a very good option that you've just suggested, thanks. Or even sell directly in small specialty grocers. Yeah, there's not much. I don't live in near cities. I'm very rural where I am, so I'd have to travel a lot. So that makes that hard. That's why I was just interested in selling garlic in just a one hit, bang, there you go. So if I did have to travel, I just drive. It might take a day to drive, like 6 hours one way, 6 hours back, but at least it's the whole lot's done. I don't have to do it multiple times. And another way to sell directly is through markets. There's a lot of rural and markets around that you can sell your produce through. That's how people get rid of it. But there's only a select bunch of people that come through there. It's not hundreds of people, so you're not going to sell larger amounts. And you've got to go there every fortnight or something and sit there for 6 or 8 hours. GMF says, I am trying to think of other people who would understand your situation but still appreciate your product, like a chef or store owner. That's what it is. Well, the store owner of a fruit and veg shop says, to me, to get the money I want, I've got to drive towards the coast where it's more organic, and then they'll appreciate it. So he's offered me $15 a kilo, and for me to get $30 or $40 a kilo, that's what I'd have to go and do it and sell to those folk, which is about, it's a few hours drive. But and the chefs would appreciate it already, and they would give you the price, but they just need samples. Because it'll be organics. It's just different, as you know, from the different gross balance differential hypothesis and the other catechins and the minerals and the ORAC value. It's definitely higher, and the taste in the flavonoids is a lot more higher. It's so the chefs do appreciate that type of thing, but getting it in their hands. Penny Pebbles rewords. I've I still don't know what that means. That's no good. You never have to. Still don't. You're not happy about the smoking every 15 minutes, I think. Ingestion's a lot better. Did you know that through combustion and through heat, you only consume about 10%, but actually it's not even up to, it's up to 10%. And when you induce it, you can consume 5 times that amount, or up to 5 times, like a lot more. That's why you can get a lot more effects off the same product. Just having it different ways, it's metabolized differently and consumed differently. I think if that's what you're getting at. Yeah, so marketing is a problem. And these suggestions are good for the store owner. I love it, and I love the chef ideas. It's great, mate. I just have troubles getting there. It seems like it's too hard for me these days. It's that's why I was just going to sell it in one lot to one person, just for that reason, that my arms are getting way worse. Things aren't getting any better. Oh, we've got our own problems, haven't we? Yeah, I'm not sure, Penny Pebblers Rippler, if that helped, but reword it if you'd like, if you want more comment on it. So we're going down a bit of a marketing route. Market products, it's hard. There is another way also to market products, is online these days. It's terrific. That's how I bought my garlic. So I'd be selling it as seed garlic, and one person I bought it off. I think I tried 4 people. I got 4 people's products, and one person was excellent, and 2 people were really bad. And the other person must have been all right then. But yeah, one was really good, and the other two were bad. The third must have been average. So, but that's another option too. But to do that, I've got a lot to do, typing and that sort of stuff. So it's challenging for me. Thinking about changing garlic. Another way to use property to agriculturally make money legally would be fruit trees. You can graft fruit trees and sell fruit trees when you grow them up, make a greenhouse. So they go for $50 to $100 a tree. Bamboo is another option. You can make good money off that. In Australia, there's a cold variety that I've got that's cheapest I could find. I think it was $80 for a little tiny plant. So by making multiples of those, you can make money off that too. That was another way I was thinking about going down that route. Or growing a lot of fruit, growing a lot of veg, and like I already do, and just give it away to the food banks and to the Salvation Army and that sort of stuff. That would make me happy, at least. Not financially, but, I'd get some self-reward. GMF says, consider if you can't move the stock to consider making into black garlic and selling it as a lot. Black garlic stores long term and would be a considerably valuable. Yeah, wonder. I'll put that on my thing and look into that. The market of the black garlic in Australia. So I'll show you what I found. Here's Penny Rippler said, just saying the stuff I like just has lasting effects versus the stuff from the market. The stuff from the market, it would have been all different growers have all different principles and practices. So maybe try a different grower with the same genetics. That's what I'd suggest, mate, because it's amazing that chalk and cheese virtually you can get from the same genetics grown differently under different conditions. Because remember, it's the cells accumulate, they bioaccumulate different minerals and molecules, and they could be holding different things in the vacuoles that are poisonous or toxic, and that could be from one grower, where another grower might have organic practices where it's all just cycled through microbes, so everything's functioning properly and perfectly, as an example. So yeah, if it was me in your situation, just lasting effects from the market versus the market, I'd source the genetics and then do it yourself somehow. I hope that helped, Penny Rippler. Get back onto what I found. So I'm going to share the screen and show screen. It's strange as it is. I just press share screen and nothing happened. Well, it's taking its time. Allow. Yep. So I put in black garlic and it come up with this. So for those who don't know, GMF taught me a few shows ago, black garlic is fermented and it's a fresh transformed into a sweet, savory, molasses-like, delicious through low heat, high humidity aging process. The Millard's reaction results in softening, sticky black cloves, non-pungent. So buy some. So I'll press shopping. Yeah, that's the area that it told me to go, to Byron Bay, to sell them all my organic stuff. I get good money. It's incredibly expensive. 60. What's that? So it's 15 even for 100. No, $20 for 100 grams times 5. It's $100 a kilo. That's a good wicket. Instead of $15 a kilo, I'm getting aged fermented black garlic. Yeah, they got nice looking jars in it. How can you have to? Looks like you got to sell it in liquid. It can't be sold loosely. Black garlic, that's loose-ish. Hang on. That's damn cheap. didn't come up with price. Why? That suggests it's $10 a kilo. So there's always people like this. Got to be careful. So everything else was good, but that's definitely not organic at that price. So it is available really cheap. But organic's a lot dearer. Certified organic. Or it's at $50, $100, $250 a kilo. Now that's a good wicket. Oh, there you go. There's some prices in Australian dollars too. Gee whiz, $300 a kilo. So it all depends where you sell it. It doesn't even say certified organic. In stock online. Damn, that's expensive. For Noosa black garlic, obsessed. Wow, so they got a good market. Enjoy a discounted bulk buy. Wow. Well, there's some. Might look through that a bit later on. It's not a bad suggestion, thank you. Oh, there've been a few comments since then. Oh, done that one. Just saying. Oh, here we go. Trader Joe's. GMF says, is a high energy. Yeah, Trader Joe's grocery chain in the US. And they went through a black garlic phase. They made black garlic dip, black garlic cheese, black garlic chips. Ah, that's pretty good. Dip cheese. That's pretty cool. What do you mean a phase? Don't they still sell it? Does everyone not like it anymore? Strange as all. Yes. Okay. Black garlic is still sold out at other high-end grocers, Japanese markets. Japanese markets, eh? You can sell packed in oil, packed in honey, or as the bowl. Oh, that's pretty cool. I would even consider black garlic powder and black garlic salt. You can then mix it out to reduce cost. Not bad ideas, mate. That's for sure. Gee whiz. Lot to go through, to think about. So unfortunately, there's a fair bit I've got to do with my hands, but they're good options to get rid of garlic. And black garlic might be a good route. Imagine putting beneficial microbes, seeing if that symbiotically works with the garlic and doesn't break it down. Because, you know, they'll start and produce different enzymes. And the enzymes might be like, what's Petita? Puts out catalase. So it's reduces, well, not catalase, cellulase. So it reduces the cellulose, or the plant material. You don't want one like that. GMF says they cycle through popular limited editions. Like 1 year, it will be truffle, everything. Next year, sriracha or ghost pepper. Next year will be whatever people. Just no reason. Yeah, it'd be good to do something like that. Lonnie, the fermented products, like you said, they're good to store, and they'll store easy. That might be why people sell them in glass, so they can be a few years old and it doesn't really matter. I like the way you're thinking. And then to produce it into something else would be really good too, like black garlic salt. So you just put it into a grinder on low heat, so you don't want to change it and its molecules. And salt in the powder as salt. Might be something for even me to try. How would I go about doing black garlic? If I was to start black garlic, how would I make? All right, I'll put that into the search engine. So what do you soak it in? Oil? Like what sort of carrier medium? GMF says, if you make something that is small, you can make and try it and go viral on TikTok. That is a great way to do cottage business. I've never even gone on TikTok, even to look at stuff. Oh, I'm sharing screen, that's right, I'm looking up. Make black So to make black garlic at home, you need to age the whole garlic bulb at consistent low temperature at 140 F or 60 C. Apply it like a rice cooker. You got to age it for 3 to 4 weeks, righto? Or a food dehydrator. That's a big difference. If you put it in a food dehydrator for 3 weeks, it'll be shriveled little nothing. The process uses a Maillard reaction. Oh, so it's the slow heat of the a slow browning process, not fermentation, to transfer the garlic into soft. So it's the lumen heat. Well, what I could probably do would be make a thermal oven. So I'll show you what a thermal oven looks like. Gee, I'm good at spelling out. Press the go button. It's just been reflected mirrors into it. You're joking. Solar oven, then it's probably called. So they just reflect us and then put one mirror at the top, and it dead set. It cooks it for. It does a terrific job. I've been wanting one for a while just to experiment with. Look at this, even one alfoil. Aluminum. That's pretty cool. But yeah, you can buy them for $300 or $400. So that would be a way to do the black garlic. So you leave it outside in the duration. You can maybe make one with a thermostat in it. So I'd go to temperature, put an oven, a fan on the side to a thermostat, and dial in the temperature so it never got over that temperature. Because see here, you want to keep it at about 140 F or 60 C. So once it got over that, you could put the fan on and it would pull air from this side and go out this side. You put little flaps on them. You put little cut out bits of plastic and cut it over the top. So when it fans on, it flaps out and blows it out like a door. On the other side, you'd have to do something that you'd use the grill one. So when it pulls in, we'll put the flap on the inside even. So when it pulls in, it blows the flap inwards just so it protects it. But that'd be pretty cool. But a few things I'm going to make to try it out, but I like that. Good fun stuff. GMF says, the only guy I know who made black garlic did it just by putting the bulbs in jars, sealing them, and burying them. Wow. Oh, in the compost. Yeah, because in the compost it should get up to, well, in summer it would get up to the thermophilic range, which is in that 60 degrees Celsius or 140 F. In winter, it still should do it too. Well, if you've got everything cycling well. So that's a really good idea. Put them in the compost heap. That's another way instead of a solar oven. And he says long, slow heat to make a solar oven. Yep. With your environment, this might be just be an appropriate value added item for you. Well, imagine making a big solar oven, and you can put in multiple jars, and you leave them in there for a few weeks, and then you're sort of producing it off the sun. I live off grid, and I charge up a lot of my air conditioning and what else do I put? My electric bike, electric ride-on mower, a few pumps for the irrigation. So I'm quite efficient at off-grid stuff, so that's a good way to work with the environment. It's with solar oven. I'd like to try it. I like that idea. I have to get a lid. Another project to do. Should put it on my projects list, because then once it's made, at least I can put something in it. Or, like you said, compost heat, but it's not regulated, the temperature. It goes up. They go through cycles. Food for thought, though. Good stuff. GMF says sell bulbs through the post, $5 each, or 2 for $8. Yeah, well, the bulbs I bought were seed bulbs, and they were cloves. They cost me $2 a clove, and you get sort of 5 to 10 cloves per bulb. So I paid, what's that? 5 2s at 10. I paid $10 to $20 for mine when I purchased them. And what was I looking to get back? $1 each. Getting $1 back a bulb would be something that would be good. I've offered 30 cents a bulb. So yeah, to sell them through the post, or 2 for $8. Just advertising them then, mate. It's I like what you're seeing. You put out some very good suggestions. Thank you. I can see you trying to help. And yeah, I just don't know if it's Garlics might be the go, or if it's another product. Did you know that also how to use property to make money is saffron? Is another niche market. Saffron is flowers, and you pick this the male reproductive bits out of the flower, so the little style and stigma bits, and they are the saffron stems that. So you get about $5,000 a kilo for it, but it's very labor intensive. That's another niche market agricultural crop. Another one is ginseng. You can it takes 7 years to grow ginseng now, but you can get large money for the size of those roots. You probably might be targeting China, or the Chinese people. GMF says no jars, just put them in paper bags. How would you protect them so microbes didn't get into them, though, if you're going to put them in compost heat? Or tiny cardboard box. Just about to recommend Saffron. Yeah, I looked into that. It's labor intensive with my hands, and that's what sort of turned me off it. Ginseng I really liked, but I couldn't imagine going 2 or 3 years into your crop, and then you're having a flood or something, and then the crop got rotted. It'd be hard. Yeah, so it's wasabi if you have the water. Yeah, that was one that kept coming up as well, wasabi, but I wasn't really interested in that. Ginseng I did like, because I have got the patience and sort of skill to watch over. But I don't know if I want to. It's nearly like a gamble, waiting 7 years to get paid. They say you can sell them at year 3 and 4. You just don't get half as much money. But all right, let's put in. I'll show you that niche agriculture. Let's just put in niche agriculture and come up, see what happens on that. I'll share this. No, don't want that one. Let's get rid of that. It's gone. Sharing screen. Niche agriculture. Types. Beekeeping, fish farming. This isn't what it's. List of alternative crops and enterprises for small farms from the USDA. This would be good. Farm diversification. List of vegetables, livestock, services. Hey, this is a good little website. I'll put this on the description below. So list of vegetables, ethnic and specialty vegetables. Mushrooms is another good one. You can do particular types of mushrooms. You need a very good environment. Underground mines are good for that. So none of them really jumped out. Why didn't they say? Kiwi. Yeah, kiwi. I've got some kiwi fruit plants. Nothing really stems pressure. Potted annuals. Bamboo, Christmas trees. That's true, Christmas trees. Huh. Firewood, herbs, mushrooms, saw logs. Syrup from the trees. Didn't think of that one. Tree seed collection. Wild nuts. This was a good list. This is a real good list. Game related? No. Huh. Nice website. You just mean for ease of shipping, finished box. Yeah, I like the black garlic. I think black garlic's a good suggestion. I have to invoke the Mallard's reaction. Look for a spot that's going to give me a constant heat. Yeah. That's really good. It's been really. So I could relabel today's show niche agricultural crops in the solar oven, because I like all the sustainable ideas. GMF the thing is no produce is really seen as valuable except some berries, and even then they are highly perishable. Birch and walnut sap is hard to find and good money, but you need trees. Walnut sap, birch trap. Birch sap. Well, that's where I could approach someone. I think birch trees is very common in Australia. I could be wrong though, not into horticulture much. We'll approach someone with a lot of them on their properties and see if you can tap them. and go them halves in the profits, then you're going to trust someone else. Though you think the trick is coming up with a value-added product, something you can do minimal input to increase the value. Make black garlic a valuable option. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, mate. And also another big thing is to put it into feed lot for farmers, because the cows and animals develop a disease from all the flies where it sends the cows blind, because my neighbours had it. So let my goats eat lots of garlic and they like it. So it's good. They don't like the garlic cloves. They just eat the leaves at the end, which I like. Well, I think this has been excellent today. I'm getting a bit sore at the moment, so I think I should end the show. Appreciate everybody's input to that at Penny Ripplers. Thank you for your input, and GMF for your input, and for everybody else's ears who are listening. I appreciate that. Sell the waste product as great flow for the work. Yes, always got to look out the ways for the waste products. My waste product of the garlic is my bedding for my goats. And it's perfect bedding for them, all of their stalks, so they can eat it. And it's a antimicrobial, so it doesn't encourage bacteria and growth in the stalks. I'll tell you what did cultivate in the stems was lots of ladybugs. Thousands of ladybugs were in the stems of my garlic. Yeah, good sustainable way to think, mate. It's really excellent. Good to use all the products. Cool. Have a good one, brother. I think the solar oven for black garlic may be a cool content as well. Beer for the channel. Beer's on your channel. I don't drink alcohol, remember. And I'd be not. Yeah, and I sent you another message too, mate, on your DMs. Be good to have a chat soon with you. Well, that's about it. Thanks everyone listening. I think today's show was pretty good. I hope to catch you all next week, and we can have another interesting show on plant science, soil science, and microbiology. Happy breeding, happy growing, good health to you all. Bye-bye.